Hello and welcome to another SkaredCast battle report. Today, the Knights will be facing off against the Drukhari in this ITC Championship mission. Let's begin. Hello and welcome to another SkaredCast battle report. I am Skari, your grateful host, as the fancy Archon, and this is Tyler.
Hello.
He is on camera for the first time in a battle report, and today we've got your Knights.
Looking forward to it.
Versus the Drukhari. He's looking at my army right now. He's cringing.
A lot of lances and blasters, though.
Yeah. So today we're playing an ITC Championship mission. We don't know which one yet. But I am bringing a competitive 1,500 point list versus your list that you're taking to a tournament as well. So we're practicing for a local event.
Yeah.
And I'm using a list that was submitted by Nigel, who is a Patreon from the UK. So I'm excited about it.
Thanks, Nigel.
Yeah. Okay, so let's jump right in. Let's take a look at the armies and leave a comment down below. Let's do this. Let's begin.
Let's do this.
And here we have it, 1,500 points of Drukhari to face off against the Knights in epic battle. This is a tournament list that was modified from a list submitted by a Nigel King, who is a Patreon from the UK. So I thought I'd check this out so you can see it. I've kind of modified it a little bit, but hopefully I got a lot of feedback on last battle report against Knights that my army wasn't really geared towards them and stuff like that. So this is more of something I would run to a tournament if I was expecting some Knight meta, or just in general. It's a straight double Cabal list. So to start the list, we have an Archon with a Venom Blade and a Splinter Pistol. He is Black Heart and he is leading a Spearhead detachment with 3 triple Disintegrator Ravagers. He is the Warlord and he has the Labyrinthine Cunning Warlord trait and the Writ of the Living Muse Relic. So rerolls to wound and command point shenanigans. In the Spearhead, I have a Void Raven Bomber with Lances. I have a unit of Scourge with Haywires. I did forget one Scourge at home, sadly, but that's a 5-man unit with Scourge with 4 Haywire Blasters. And that gives me 6 units. And then I've taken 4 dedicated transports. A Venom with 1 Splinter Cannon, 2 Raiders with Disintegrator Cannons, and a Raider with a Dark Lance. And that is a Spearhead of Black Heart, giving all my tanks a 6+ feel no pain. Then I've taken a battalion of Obsidian Rose. So I have an Archon with a Husk Blade and a Blast Pistol. I have an Archon with a Phantasm Grenade Launcher, that's a index choice, and an Agonizer, because I'm not always going to play Knights at a tournament. I might have some other stuff I need an Agonizer for. I have 1 unit of 10 Cabalite Warriors with 2 Blasters and a Dark Lance. I have another unit of 10 Cabalite Warriors with 2 Blasters and a Dark Lance. And I have 2 5-man Cabalite Warrior units with a Blaster in each one. This rounds it up to 1,495 points. For an extra 5 points, I would just switch out one of the Disintegrators for another Dark Lance. Okay, so let's take a look at the Knights. Okay, and here we have 1,500 points of Knight Fury. So, Tyler's going to go through his list and what he has brought today to smash some Dark Eldar with.
So, our Knights are being led today by the first Knight, or the last king of his world, Knight Castellan.
Yeah.
Doesn't really have many options.
Yeah,
for
two
him.
quad melters, the volcano cannon, the plasma thingy,
And
the
then the
2
two,
siege-breaker cannons, and
the
missiles, the 2 missiles. So pretty standard loadout for Knight. He's your Warlord.
He is the Warlord. His
And he's
Warlord
got the
trait
4+
is first Knight, so he re-rolls all his 1s to hit.
That's his Warlord trait? Oh, okay. You didn't go for
So they're House Crast.
Oh,
So
okay.
that is the Crast specific.
Okay, so what does House Crast do? Like, what's your...
House Crast is, they reroll all failed hits in close combat in any turn that they charge, were charged, or do a heroic intervention.
Interesting.
So this guy's the Warlord
Yep.
with the First Knight Warlord trait.
Yep.
I then pay 1 CP for Exalted Court for this guy.
So he's a character as well?
So he becomes a character. He gains the Warlord trait Cunning Commander for 1 extra CP and 1 reroll for the game, and then takes a relic, Endless Fury.
He's taking the free relic.
Yes.
Okay.
Then I pay 1 CP for an extra relic, which also allows me to make somebody a character. So this guy is also a character, and he has the Ravager.
Very cool.
Which is the upgraded chain blade. Which
But he doesn't have a warlord trait, he has a relic.
He has a relic,
Okay.
no warlord trait, but he has the character keyword and the Crast relic chain blade.
Super chain blade.
Rerolls all failed hits at all times,
Nice.
as long as you have the Crast.
Reliable. I like it. That's 1,500 points of Night Fury. We've got a missile, an Inferno thingy cannon, Gatling cannon, the gauntlet back here for some death gripping goodness, and then the autocannon on the top. Okay, we're playing ITC championship missions. Let's. Okay, and we return after deployment. We are playing mission 2, which is cut to the heart. 3 objectives. Mine is here, and we're playing Dawn of War deployment. That's 12 inches up. There's 1 in the middle of the board and 1 back here. Tyler's put his 3 knights in a line, and I've decided to see if I can play a little bit more aggressive. Didn't want to spend too many command points putting stuff into deep strike. So I have a Ravager with triple disintegrator, Raider with a disintegrator, 5 Cavalry Warriors with a blaster, and all 3 Archons in that Raider. Another Ravager with disintegrators, a Raider with 10 Cavalry Warriors, 2 blasts in the lance, a Venom with 5 Cavalry Warriors with a blaster, my Void Raven Bomber, I put it on the table, see if it survives. In reserve, I have the Scourge unit, deep striking. I have 1 Disintegrator Ravager, deep striking, and I have 1 unit of Cavalry Warriors in a Raider with a Dark Lance, with 2 blasters and a Dark Lance in the unit as well. Okay, so for secondaries, I've picked Titan Slayers because I need to try and get wounds off the knights anyway. I'm getting Recon as well to try and get, a point to go into every table quarter, and I'm trying to get olds behind enemy lines, which means deep striking and having 2 units within 12 inches of the enemy deployment, rearmost board edge. And then Tyler. Tyler, you've taken Death by 1,000 Cuts.
Yeah.
You've taken Big Game Hunter because I have a lot of transports and tanks, and you've taken Old School. So First Blood, Slay the Warlord, Linebreaker. Slay the Warlord's easy to get with those missiles of amazingness. Okay, so I think I get the +1 to go first. That might be a lie.
You had how many units?
1, 2. Oh, dang it.
Yeah.
That's something that knights do get, is they get some good tactical advantage by having a chance of going first. So let's roll off to see who goes first, sir. Hi-ya! You rolled a 7. Well, there's no beating a 7. And I rolled a 1. Do I want to try and seize? Yes?
It's up to you.
I do want to try and seize, but before we start, have a fantastic game, sir.
Me too.
And do the Drukhari seize with their mighty shenanigans. Oh, so close. And we start with the knights taking the first turn. Begin. Okay, knights. Turn 1. So the first knight moved over to capture that objective. The other 2 knights have advanced forward in a pressuring position. And shooting saw the Venom survive 6 shots from the missile pod on the top there. He missed, because thanks to the -1. Then he shot, pretty much all the other shooting went into these 2 raiders. He was able to kill both raiders after shooting both knights at them. No one died out of that 10-man unit, so they're fine. And then 2 models died out of this blob here. So Archon Skari got out behind. He got out 3 inches here because he's going to go move and give them reroll 1s to hit. And then they got out in the front because I got the blaster, husk blade, blast pistol here. And they're going to move up and capture that objective to get hold more objectives at the end of the turn. My plan right now, the Ravagers are completely fine. I want to try and get recon. I want to try and get at least kill something. So I'm going to focus on that knight there. Actually, I might focus on the Gatling cannon knight. But I can get more guns onto him, so we'll see. Just to create a buffer zone. If I can kill one knight a turn, I should be okay. I only have 5 command points left because I used 2 to give this raider -1 to hit, which did help him against the Gatling cannon, which was awesome. Okay, moving on to turn 1, and there's action already. Okay, Drukhari turn 1, and that knight is dead. Yes. So what did I do? I moved the Venom that was back here up here, so I had a unit in that table quarter. I moved the 3 little man unit up here, shot at that knight with a blaster, then fire and faded to get in that table quarter, so I got a recon. This blast pistol moved up, and well, he failed to do any damage, but he tried to shoot that. Pretty much everything I had to shoot at that knight, and it was the last Ravager that took the last 2 wounds off the knight. He did try and rotate Iron Shields, and Vect said no, and stole his command point. So Vect made him spend it. And then pretty much I didn't have I didn't do much damage with all the blasters and lances. What did the most damage was this unit of Scourge, which I deep struck in my deployment zone. They put 10 mortal wounds on him. They put 10 mortal wounds. I rolled really, really well, which is first time ever, which is great. So I get hold more. I killed 1. That's 3 points. He got kill more and hold 1, so he got 3 points. I got 3 Titan killer points for killing the 1 knight, and I got my first recon, so I got 4 secondary points. So I'm up by 1 point, moving in to the second turn. So let's see what happens as Tyler decides what happens. Okay, dun dun dun, knight turn 2. So the knights moved up. They took an objective, and that one. And shooting and combat saw 3 of these Cavalry Warriors dead, stomped by feet. And then 2 of the Ravagers died. They didn't explode, but that knight essentially nuked 2 Ravagers. Gone. So other than that, yeah, because that Gatling cannon actually failed to wound the Ravagers pretty epically. If not, he could have potentially taken out the 3 Ravagers in 1 turn.
So 14 shots, he got 3 bonus shots. And
Yeah, he got 1 wound, wounding on 4+, with like 10 hits or something. It's crazy. Okay, so he did get hold 1, kill 1. He's killed 3 for a death by 1,000 cuts, and he got his last 2 big game hunters. He's maxed out big game hunter. He got another death by 1,000 cuts. So, okay, looking at turn 2 for the Drukhari. Let's see what I can do.
Hold more, kill more.
Okay, so at the end of turn 2, I was unable to kill that knight, but I have brought him down to 15 wounds remaining. I did 9 wounds. Most of the damage was done by the Scourge. They moved up, then I shot, and he rotated Iron Shields, so I was able to steal a command point to fire and fade them. So now they're hidden. Everything else moved. I shot the Ravager, 2 blasters and a lance, 2 blasters and a lance, both lances from the Void Raven Bomber, the blast pistol, and the blaster from in that Venom, and I only did 9 wounds on that tank. His invulnerable saves were quite effective this round. But I do get another recon. I do get my last Titan Slayer. I do get behind enemy lines, and I do get hold 1. So I got some points in secondaries, even though I was unable to contest that objective to hold more this turn. So moving on to knights, turn 3. Okay, so as it stands, I lost the Archon with the blast pistol to Siegebreaker missiles, because he was closest. This guy finally nuked a Ravager. That was about time that happened. And he shot a lot and also killed a Raider, but did no damage to my Void Raven Bomber. So he killed 3 more for another death by 1,000 cuts. He does hold an objective, and he killed something, and he did kill 3 units, so he's going to get kill more, essentially, unless I table him, which I don't think will happen this turn. But we are moving on to turn 3 for the Drukhari. I still have this whole unit with blasters and an Archon back here. I still have the Scourge. Still have the Venom with the blaster. I still have these 10 guys with blasters. Still got the Void Raven Bomber. And I still have my Warlord in the backfield. And he is worth... he only has one more Siegebreaker missile because he did spend it and missed twice to hit the Raider. Oh no, you used your reroll for... He missed. You used his reroll for the Volcano Cannon. That's right. So he's alive. So that's good. He's just going to hide here. And then we'll see what happens. AKA, I need to kill him. He needs to die. If not, I'm going to be in a rough spot. Okay, moving on to the next turn. Oh my goodness, turn 3, and he survived with 1 wound remaining. I shot all the weapons at him, and he lived because the Scourge only got 4 shots off. They still did 4 more wounds, but they only got 4 shots off. No, the lowest they could have done. Okay, so my Archon's hiding back here. I did get recon. I got behind enemy lines again, but he got hold more, kill more, and I only got hold 1. I didn't even kill anything. So he's winning on primary points. We're going on to turn 4. So let's see if I can pull it out at the end of the game here as we move on to the final rounds. So he's in a good spot as long as he keeps himself alive and just captures as many points as he can. He should be able to pull it off. Maybe a slight win if he doesn't roll, like if I don't table him, which is gonna be hard because yeah, you can just kill the Void Raven and then all the other guns are pretty much on this side of the board. So we will see what happens after turn 4. Okay, turn 4. Okay, so not as good of a turn for the Knights as needed. We had this guy used a Quester Mechanicus Machine Spirit, so from 1 wound, he counted as full wounds to shoot, which is great. He killed a couple of models from this unit with a Flamer and Stubber. He killed 2 Scourge over here with the autocannon and the Gatling cannon, and that entire Knight shot because he needed all of the shots to kill that Void Raven Bomber, but he finally killed the Void Raven Bomber. So he has 2 objectives. He also killed the Void Raven Bomber. So now we're moving on to my 4th turn. It is the time of truth. I need to kill him and then start getting, basically not get tabled. And that's going to give me a better chance at victory. The reason he didn't charge down here is because he didn't want me to overwatch him and take the last wound off. He wants to force me to shoot at him this turn. Okay, what do you think will happen? Leave a comment down below. This is getting tight. He's definitely winning by 3 or 4 points on top, but I still have 3 turns to try and pull this back. Do you think I can do it, or do you think the Knights will hold strong with the first Knight, sorry. The first Knight will be the last Knight as well. Moving on to the next. Okay, so the end of turn 4 has passed. I hold this objective with the Archon here. I moved this unit up to get the Lance in range because it's got 42 inches, which is great. They've kind of moved up. The Venom was able to get within 2 inches of that objective. And the Haywire Scourge took the last wound off of that Knight, which was nice. And then he tried to explode it with a heroic sacrifice, but he rolled a 3, so he didn't blow up. I didn't steal any command points, so no one has any command points anymore. And then I got some blasters and stuff shot into here, and I've done 3 wounds on the big Knight. Going into turn 5, Tyler has 20 points. I have 19 points. And it's the last 2 turns. So let's see how this fizzles out. He still has Death by 1,000 Cuts. He still has Old School, and those are the 2 he's working towards. I have 2 recon. Oh, sorry. One more recon that I need to get. Sorry, behind enemy lines, because I've maxed out recon. I need 1 more behind enemy lines, and I've maxed out all my secondaries. And then it's just about killing and holding more objectives. So let's see what happens. It's tight till the end. Turn 5. Okay, so this is turn 5. We have 1 Knight to shoot. Tyler, what's it shooting at?
Well, I think I'm going to put his shoulder cannons into... he's -1 to hit, right?
Correct. Venom? The Venom is -1 to hit with its Night Shields or Flicker Fields or whatever.
Oh, I just want it dead. So, shoulder cannons and Volcano Lance both into that.
Okay.
Plasma cannon into... I guess into this squad here.
Into that unit?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, So,
Okie dokie. So this is
these are the
siege cannons.
siege cannons. So I've got 3, 6, 8, 10 shots there.
Yep. 10 shots from the siege cannon to the venom, correct?
Correct.
Correct.
So
Needing 4s, rerolling 1s.
Because I'm the first knight.
That's right. So that seems like 6 hits. And a strength 7.
Yep. So 3s.
Yes, sir. Toughness 5 for venom. Oh. Oh, you saw that here, folks. 2. Needing a 5 plus a variable save. 2 get through. It's D3 each. So 2D3. That's 5 wounds. 5 wounds. Needing 6s. Thanks to... Nope. He takes 5. He has 1 left.
Okay. D6 shots from the Volcano Lance.
2 shots. 4s rerolling 1s. Oh, double 6 again.
Alright. These will be 2s to wound.
Hooray! He might survive if I roll a 5. Drum roll. No! 3d3 damage. 9 damage! I'm gonna see if he explodes. He does not explode. And that venom is dead.
Okay,
Pretty standard stuff when a venom gets hit by a volcano cannon. Although, if I would have passed it, he would have lived with 1 wound.
Yeah, just like that knight.
That's that night.
Okay, so these are shots from the plasma cannon. So we've got 8.
Are you overcharging, sir?
Not against these
No?
guys.
Okay.
Well, they're only 1 wound models, right?
Yeah, I do have the 6 up, feel no pain though, so
Oh, well.
that is up to you. Needing 3s to hit this time. Rerolling 1s because of your... Is that a warlord trait?
Yeah.
Yeah, so we gave him reroll 1s. I think that's a hit. Yeah, we go. Perfect, so he only missed once. Nice. And these are minus like 4 or something?
I think they're minus 3 for AP,
Alright,
but
well, it
they should
doesn't
be
matter.
wounding
They're
on
not gonna-
2s.
They're not going to get any saves from that. So
So
6. Okay, I need 6 ups because even with a cover 4-up save, they're still going to go down to plasma. Okay, so I did lose 5 from the unit, but it is turn 5, so the Drukhari are fearless. And I still have the 2 blasters and the lance in the unit here. Okay, the venom has died. So this turn, I'm going to essentially move up. I'm going to get my last behind enemy lines. I'm going to get hold more. He did get kill something. If I can kill him, then I'll get kill something, and then that'll be the end of the game. So let's see what happens. I still have the Haywire Scourge back here. I don't know if they're within range. That's a long 36 inches, so we'll see. I don't think they'll be in range. Maybe with an advance they might be able to, but we shall see as we move on to the final part. Okay, so end of turn 5. I was able to hold more and hold. I wasn't able to kill something, and I did get my last behind enemy lines. So I've maxed out my secondaries. I only put 3 more wounds onto him, but at the end of the point, you got kill more, and hold. So it's 3 points to my hold and hold more. So that's to 2. So you're still 1 point up on me, I think. I think that's 12. So that's 12 plus 9, 10, 12, 22 to your 23, I believe. So I'm pretty sure that's accurate. So if you kill more than me and hold, then you'll still be up, even if I hold and hold more. Right. You'll still be up by a point, because there's nothing I can do there. But I'll be back after. Okay, so turn 6 has happened, and the knight killed the Scourge and killed the 4-man unit that was left. So he killed 2 things just to make sure that he got kill more, essentially. And he did get last strike, so he killed something in the last turn, because the old school was one of his objectives. That's another point. So this turn, he's going to get kill more, hold, and he's going to get 4 points. Kill more, hold, and that's 4 points. And all I can do is, unless I kill him, I've got 2 blasters and a lance, and another blaster. That's all I really have to do any damage. And if they all roll maximum damage, that's 4d6 damage. That's 24 damage. So that's the only way I'm going to win. Very improbable. Improbable.
In theory, you have a 1.
There's a chance. What you're saying is there is a chance. So I'll be back after. Okay, so I've moved up with them. We're just going to do some shooting and see what I can do here at the end of the game, and you can suffer with me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 rifles, and they're not within rapid fire. So 2 blasters in white, 1 dark lance in black. And the rifles needing 3s, and the black needs 4s. Oh, well, that's a good start. They need 4s to wound, and 6s and 4s. Oh my goodness gracious. Now he has to fail 3 invulnerable saves. Nope, okay.
Nope.
So my plan is dead. Do I do D6 damage? I do 6 damage.
Hey!
I was on a good roll. That was good to start. So now you've gone down to 16 wounds left?
Yeah.
Okay, little lost blaster. So they're all within rapid fire range. I've got 4 guys in that unit. Thanks to Obsidian Rose for the extra range, they get pretty handy, which is pretty cool. So roll rifles for rapid firing at 15 inches, and the blaster. Wow, they all hit. Nice roll. And needing 4s and 6s. 2, 3 saves with the poison. Haha. And I do 1 more wound.
15.
And it's down to 15, which is it. So at the end of the game, I hold and hold more for 2 points. I go to 24 points, and he has 23, 24, 25, 26. So with a 2-point win. Yeah, how's that feel?
Hey, you know what? I think that's my first win against
It
him,
is the
so
first win
I'll
you've
take
had,
it.
except for your Raven God that one time that you jumped up with all your Primaris. I think you won that one because it was Maelstrom.
I feel like you got that one on
Really?
purpose.
Maybe at the end. Okay, so we'll be back with a end of game recap. No! 2 games against Knights in a row, and I've lost both games.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, oh my goodness. Except for yesterday. But that wasn't filmed. That was an ETC practice game, so that was in my ETC list.
It's important to practice.
Yes, it is important to practice. Wow, what a fantastic game. That was very close, down to the wire, 2-point difference. ITC missions. I maxed out all my secondaries, and you still had points to squeeze out of the game.
Just barely. That surprised me, because that's honestly my concern with this list is being able to get points.
Right. Well, you gave up time. You gave up all your secondaries, but that was only because I didn't fall into the trap of doing like Big Game Hunter and Character Killer, and I just went for Titan Slayer. You know, as long as I killed 1 knight and wounded another knight, that was good. That was my 4 points right there.
Yeah.
And then everything else was based on the speed of my army, which was behind enemy lines, and so I maxed out secondaries. And you always gonna do.
I think every game we play, those ones are always the points you get. Always.
Yeah. Well, those are great. I've been using
Dark
Old School a
Eldar.
lot or Headhunter, depending on who I play. But against your army, they're just things that I didn't have to worry about killing a knight in order to get points,
Yeah.
which meant that it's good to score points that way. However, I feel like the turning point was when on turn 3, your knight failed to die.
With 1 wound.
That was a huge swing because
Yeah.
that gave you hold more, and it prevented me from killing anything at all. So I didn't kill anything, and
Right.
you'd only killed 1 thing that turn, I'm pretty sure.
So I still killed more.
So you killed more. So that went from you holding more, killing more, and me not killing anything. That was a 3-point swing. So that
Which would be
third
the
turn
difference.
would have been the difference,
Yeah.
in my opinion, I think. You know, because he didn't really do much after that. Like he shot into the Void Raven, wounded
Yeah,
the
he
Void Raven a
didn't
little bit.
do much that next turn, but he was still there the next turn to be able to soak up a
Right.
little bit more firepower.
You know, he soaked
So-
up the Scourge for 1 more turn, which is pretty much it. But those 3 points, holding more and preventing me from killing something, those 2 points, like at the end, they
Standing your ground
stung.
on the hill in the center of
stung
the
right in the
field.
middle. He just like, come get some. Come get some. It was great. Awesome. Thanks a lot for coming out for the game.
Thank you very much.
Awesome. Who was your MVP, do you think?
MVP, I mean, I would have to say the Castellan, because he survived.
Cool.
And that Volcano Lance did get a couple of crucial shots
Oh, well,
in there.
any wound that goes through 3d3 damage, up to 9 damage.
Yeah,
That's
minimum of
3 to
3
9,
damage,
right?
yeah.
Very, very powerful, strength 14, right? Wounding most tanks on 2s.
Most on a 2, yeah.
Right? And then you've got almost every tank on a 2. Would you do any changes to your list?
I think I have it where I want it now. Like, this was the modified list, actually.
Right.
Because my previous list was 1 close combat only knight, the Gallant, and 1, not Castellan, Custodian, or
The double shooty one?
The one with
Crusader?
two gun arms. Crusader,
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
the
yeah.
one.
I know more about knights.
So that, though, when I only have 3 knights, doesn't give me the flexibility with the 2 mid-sized
Right.
knights that I probably would need in an objective-based game. So I think that was a good change. It made both of those mid-sized guys equal threats rather than having one gallant that I could kind of throw in your face, which you would have killed turn 1, and then the distraction current effects is gone.
Right, 100%. Now, most players with gallants usually run 3 gallants, and they throw 3 of them at you. But all in all, your army, by the way,
logistical capabilities for that. Just
right, 100%. Now, what have you changed? War gear, your house? Are you happy with how that worked?
I'm really happy with the way that I've got the list built, because I get the 3 character knights. I haven't made a heroic intervention yet, but they can do it.
Right.
And I really like that Ravager relic, which is a holdover from the Index. That was the Index relic.
Okay.
That just got a little bit better in the Codex if you take the Crast.
Because they reroll
household.
hits in combat with it. That's pretty
Yeah.
cool. Well, guys, thanks a lot for tuning in to the Battle Report. Leave a comment down below. Share it if you really like it. Put the little button on there if you want to get notifications. And a huge shout out to all the Patreons. This was a list that I played that was from Nigel, a Patreon in England. And if you guys want to check out more and get some exclusive, check the link down below. I'm Skari, your grateful host.
I'm Tyler.
Thanks for watching, guys.
Appreciative.
Yeah. Have a great day, guys. Skari out.